Welcome, welcome. There's been more corporate turmoil within Jo-Ann Fabrics. We're going to be getting into it. The CFO is out, and he's got to pay back his $400,000 bonus. I'm shook, guys. I am shook. There's a lot to break down this week. Plus, we have some news about Etsy, which is pretty interesting. Welcome to Sewing Report Live. I'm your host, Jen. We do this every Sunday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. If this is your first time, welcome. This is a live program, and we go over what is going on in the world of sewing, crafts, and the industry and the community. So I hope everyone's having a great weekend. We're kind of under a tropical storm warning or watch here in Florida, and it's rain. I seriously might lose power at some point. So just a heads up that we may have some technical issues. I don't know. I want to get things kicked off by thanking tonight's show sponsor, and that is the Sewing Report Etsy shop, where I sell fabric, sewing supplies, and handmade items. We've got some fabric. We've got lots of stuff in here. Check it out if you are new. A couple things going on. We've got 10% off orders of $60 or more. You will also get free shipping. Plus, I am going to be throwing in a couple freebies for anyone that orders $60 or more this week. Here, let's get an overhead shot here. All right, so I've got these really cool Sarah Hart's woven labels, and I will be including one free woven sewing label with orders of $60 or more, plus a mini seam ripper. So this offer is good for this entire week until next week's show. So again, orders of $60 or more, you will get 10% off. You will get free shipping, plus you will also get these two little free gifts. You will get a mini seam ripper. The cap comes off, so you can do this little thing. Very handy. Plus, who doesn't need an extra seam ripper? And then you will also get this very cool looking made in 2024 sew-in label. It is woven, and it has gold metallic thread. Very cute. So those will be your free gifts in the Sewing Report Etsy shop this week. Sort of a special we have going on. And you can find all of those things at sewingreport.etsy.com. And again, shop in the Etsy store, help support the show and the work I'm doing here. So I appreciate everyone that has shopped with me before. I know lots of you guys have ordered with me. And a couple of quick house rules for anyone that's in the chat or commenting on the replay. We have a few house rules here. Your comment must be polite, respectful to myself and to everyone here. No links, no self-promotion. Try to stick to the topic. No spamming and no politics. All right, guys. Wow, it's been a busy week for Jo-Ann Fabrics. I was kind of checking out what was going on, and there's actually a lot to talk about. So, all right, we're gonna get into it. All right, so what is shaking over at Jo-Ann? And now they filed bankruptcy. They first announced plans to do this about a little over 4 months ago in March of 2024. And since then, there's been lots of shakeup within the leadership team. So we saw people coming and going. They're bringing in some management consultant types to lead the helm. The interim CFO is from a corporate consulting firm. And the latest is that the CFO, Scott Sekala, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. I believe he was also before this other guy came in, Michael Prendergast. He was the co-interim CEO. So again, interim means kind of not temporary. So Scott was at the helm for a while after the previous CEO, Wade Miquelon, exited last year. So let's take a look at the latest, because this is wild. This is just wild. So Scott Sekala is out. So he's out amid a leadership revamp. So it seems like they're trying to make a lot of changes within the team, with the executives, the board of directors. There's been all sorts of, turnover. I've been reporting on this for several months. So if you want to check out some of the previous shows or videos, you can sort of get caught up with the whole nitty gritty, but it's just nuts. For the amount of change this company has gone through within the last year it's high. There's a lot going on. So it says the Crafts retailer, this is from Retail Dive. Oh, and by the way, all of the links to anything I'm referencing are down below in the description box if you'd like to check them out for yourself. The Crafts retailer, fresh out of bankruptcy, has brought on new executives in tech, operations, and merchandising. All right, so let's see what's shaking here. JOANN Chief Financial Officer Scott Sekula, who oversaw the company's recent restructuring and bankruptcy, has left. Jeff Dwyer, Managing Director at Alvarez & Marshall, will be interim CFO until a replacement is found. So Alvarez & Marshall is some sort of like retail consulting firm. That's also where JOANN got the interim CEO, Michael Prendergast. So it does seem like they are grabbing people from that company to help with JOANN leadership. The Crafts retailer also announced a slate of new executives. John Stelcup was promoted to Executive Vice President, Chief Digital Officer, while Roger Hawkins was promoted to Senior Vice President, Store Operations. I know, there's a lot. Peter Meyer, most recently Arhaus Senior Vice President of Merchandise Planning and Allocation, and before that a JOANN executive in Business Development Strategy, returns to JOANN as a VP of Merchandise Planning and Allocation. Boy, do they need help in that direction. Finally, former Michaels General Merchandise Manager Eileen Miller will oversee the Craft Kids storage and frames business as Vice President and GMM. Wow. And that's not even it. We're going to get to more. There is more. Yes. JOANN struggled for years before this year's bankruptcy, emerging in late April as a private company after reducing its $1.1 billion in long-term debt by about half. All the while, since filing for bankruptcy in March, the retailer has managed to keep its more than 800 stores open. Last year, Sekula had envisioned a return to growth via efficiencies, including cutting labor costs. Yeah, that's really working out. But the retailer ended up restructuring under Chapter 11. Per federal regulations, a $400,000 retention bonus he was awarded the day before the bankruptcy filing must be repaid because he left the position within 6 months. So he's got to give back $400,000. $400,000. That's a lot of money for most of us. Just last month, as JOANN announced a new interim CEO, another Alvarez & Marshall Managing Director, Michael Prendergast, the company had affirmed that Sekula would be staying on as CFO. So what happened? What happened with him? Because it sounded like he wasn't really planning on leaving the company, and he took that $400K bonus. Until Prendergast's appointment, Sekula had spent about a year as a co-lead of JOANN's Office of CEO, including through the Chapter 11 proceedings, in addition to his CFO duties. Sekula is pursuing other opportunities, and his exit is not related to disagreements with JOANN over financial statements or accounting policies or practices, the company said. Now, do you believe that? I don't know what to believe at this point. Also, why would a guy leave? If he had stayed for another 2 months, he would have gotten to keep that $400,000. Is that just not that big of a deal to him? Or what's he do? What is going on? Because 2 months, I would, if you told me, I quit my job at CNN. If you told me that if I stayed at my job another 2 months, I would get $400,000, I would probably stick it out the 2 months. Let's be real. Let's be real here. I would stick it out the extra 2 months. So would you stay? Actually, we should do a poll right now. All right, we're going to do a poll on YouTube here and ask you if you would stay at your job. All right, let's say, if you are planning to quit your job, would you stay an extra 2 months for $400,000? All right, let's do a poll here. Okay. Would you stay an extra, extra 2 months at a job you were planning, sorry, this is not working, planning to quit, for the guarantee of $400,000. I mean, unless he's uber rich or maybe got a better opportunity, I don't know why. I don't know why you wouldn't stick it out unless something else is going on. So I'm not exactly sure okay, would you stay an extra 2 months at a job you're planning to quit for the guarantee of $400,000. All right, let's take a poll here. We're going to poll the chat and see what you think. Would you stay at your job for a job yet? Let's say you hate the job and you're planning to quit, but they told you if you stick it out 2 more months, you'll get $400,000. I don't know that many people that would turn that down, unless maybe his new job is that lucrative and he got some sort of like crazy deal there. That's the only thing that would make sense if it's not something else that Joanne's really isn't saying. So I don't know. All right, let's go back to the story here. All right, so it says, yeah, he says he's pursuing other opportunities and his exit is not related to disagreements with Joanne over, that's a very specific thing to point out, over financial statements or accounting policies or practices. Like, why would you specifically point out those things? I don't know. We're very excited to share these promotions and additions to the Joanne management team and look forward to working with them to drive towards future success, Prendergast said in a statement Monday, adding, last but not least, I'd like to thank Scott for all of his hard work and efforts. Now, yeah, that's, I don't know, like, what happened with this guy? What happened? All right, so here's another article specifically about how he's got to pay back this bonus now. So it says, Joanne CFO resigns, must pay back $400,000 retention bonus. After speaking highly of the retailer's potential post-bankruptcy earlier this year, CFO Scott Sekula is leaving the company, forfeiting his retention bonus. I also want to know, does Scott think this is like a sinking ship and there's no hope? Like I kind of want to know what happened with Scott and why he's leaving. All right, so it says Scott Sekula, who took a major role in turning around craft supplies retailer Joann's business operations after Chapter 11 bankruptcy filing in March, is leaving the company. So yeah, it says he received a $400,000 retention bonus after the filing, and now, as per federal law, he must repay the bonus due to his voluntary resignation within 6 months of a bankruptcy filing. Yeah, all right, so this has some of the same information. Oh, this is interesting too. So Jeff Dwyer, the other guy they pulled in from Alvarez and Marshall, who's going to be the interim CEO, it says, it appears Dwyer and Prendergast had a professional relationship before he joined. Because, yeah, they worked at the same company, Alvarez and Marshall. Yeah, this says his resignation was voluntary. Yeah, I don't know. All right, so it says the CFO position at Joanne was Sekula's first, and he also held the title of co-lead of the interim office of the CEO after the May 2023 retirement of former CEO Wade Miquelon up until Prendergast's arrival. Before Joanne, he was vice president of FP&A at Under Armour and global corporate controller at Crocs. Already worked at Crocs. All right, so it says according to the company, he will be pursuing other opportunities. However, there is no word on where Sekula's next role will be. Yeah, I don't know. All right, so this is another article from CFO Dive. And this is from back when he got the bonus. So it says, Joanne approves $400,000 CFO retention bonus amid bankruptcy speculation. So this was back right before they announced the bankruptcy filing. And this is, yeah, he got $400,000. So it says it's subject to repayment if he voluntarily terminates his employment or if his employment is terminated for cause. Okay, so interesting. So they had to... So yeah, he says he resigned. I don't know what else is going on. There may be something we don't know. Yeah, interesting. I did not see this coming. Like, and his annual base salary was $425,000. So he was getting like pretty much an extra year of pay if he stayed 6 months. As well as he also got a sign-on bonus of $235,000. So, I mean, maybe he did just find another job that was more lucrative, and maybe they offered him a bonus that was better, or he felt was worth it. I don't know. Kind of nuts, though. Like, what do you think happened to Scott? Where do you think? I'm gonna keep track of where he's going because I'm curious to see where he ends up next. I'm curious. All right, let's take a look at the poll and see where you guys are at with that. All right, so 92% of you say you would stay an extra 2 months at a job you are planning to quit for the guarantee of $400,000. All right, to the 8% of you, why? Why no? I mean, yeah, $400,000, that's a lot. That's like 10 years of working for me, for real. That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. So I don't know. But this is kind of crazy. And there's even more changes. So, okay. Oh, and here's, all right, let me show you this. So this is the official Joanne press release with the official announcement. So it says, yeah, he's exited and is pursuing other opportunities. Blah, blah, blah. Thank him for his hard work. Here's the other changes. Yeah, Peter Meyer. Yeah, I mean, clearly this guy, Michael Prendergast, is really cleaning house and making some pretty big changes with all of these people. Joanne still does not have, like, they used to have a leadership team page and a board of directors page, and that's still not public. That's still not up. So there may be, I would not be surprised if there were more changes, because it seems like the reason those pages are not available is because they're probably still trying to update them. There may be more changes. I would not be the least bit surprised if this is not the last switch up or shuffling of the management team. Yeah, it's all crazy. And they also released another announcement a few days later. So they got another guy to be the executive chairman of the board of directors. So this is yet another change, and this came a few days later. So it says, Joanne announces industry veteran as executive chairman of the board. All right, so it says they have announced industry veteran Stan Rosenzweig as executive chairman of the board effective August 5th, so he starts tomorrow, 2024. Mr. Rosenzweig, whose family has been involved in the sewing industry. Okay, so at least this is someone with a lot of experience in the sewing industry specifically. 4 generations, has more than 30 years of experience leading, managing, and investing in numerous consumer-related businesses. Most recently, Mr. Rosenzweig held the position of executive chairman of the board of SVP Worldwide, the parent company of Singer, Pfaff, Husqvarna, and Viking sewing machines. So maybe this guy can help, because at least this is somebody with extensive experience and generational knowledge of the sewing industry specifically. This is interesting to me. This is very interesting. I am both honored and extremely excited to join the Joanne board as executive chairman. Yeah, all right, blah, blah, blah. All right. Anything more interesting in here? Okay. All right, his deep experience and knowledge of the industry and our customers, along with his passion and dynamic leadership style, will be invaluable as the company continues to build toward the future. Okay. Okay, so the other board members include Mary Campbell, Joe Hartzig, Michelle Israel. I believe she was the one from Macy's, and Bill Wall. One of the guys was from legal. One of the guys had a lot of legal experience. Daryl Horn, who was, oh, this is interesting. So Daryl Horn is gone. Okay. Daryl Horn, who was appointed interim chairman, has resigned from the board effective August 5th. Let me look up Daryl, because I forgot what his experience was. Oh, he was the one with like a consulting firm, I believe. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, Daryl Horn was like a business consultant or something. Okay. Because there was another guy who was more of a lawyer, I think. Or was he the lawyer? I don't remember. Okay, there was Bill Wall, who's like the capital guy. Daryl was also kind of the capital guy as well. I forgot who. There was one that was an attorney too, but I can't remember which one it was. So, all right. So Stan is a seasoned manager, investor, and entrepreneur with deep experience in retail services and product management. He's been an executive leader for a number of national brands and companies, including more than 5 years as president of Europro Shark Ninja and 10 years as a COO of the Holmes rival companies. So lots of like home goods. He has also held leading roles at Island Energy Services, Tops Barbecue, Cupixel, Clone Lab, and Polar Products. And then he served as 5 years as executive chairman of the board of SVP. All right, he went to Harvard College. Okay, so a guy who has a good background, good education. He has an MBA from Harvard Business School. He's, obviously that's a very prestigious school. and he has a lot of experience with different types of retail companies. So what do you guys think? Do you think Stan might be able to help Joanne? Do you think that's a... I mean, I actually do think that this Stan person seems like he might actually have the right kind of experience. Let me look him up. Let's see if we can get a picture or something. All right, and I got to cough real quick. Hold on. All right, let's take a look at Stan here. Okay, so... Is this him? He has a Facebook page? This is crazy. But yeah, so it looks like this guy actually... Okay, this is definitely not this... Wait, is this Stan? This might be him, okay. Yeah, I don't want to bring up his personal Facebook page. Let me see if I can find... There's like a few different people with the same name. One of them doesn't seem to be the right person. Okay, let's see here. Okay, no photo on his LinkedIn here. That's not going to help here. Let's see here. Let's do SVP worldwide. Okay, we're trying to find a photo here. See if we can bring something up here. I'm just trying to get a picture of Stan. Okay, here. All right, here we go. I'm pretty sure this is the right guy here. Okay. Okay, yeah. All right, so this... All right, let me share this. Ignore the photos that are not him. All right, so this picture here, SVP Worldwide, so this is Stan Rosenzweig. Okay, there's a few different ones, but this guy with the red, you know, this SVP Worldwide, this is the actual... All right, let me see if I can... I'm going to try to open this image in a new tab. Okay, we'll just bring this up. Hold on a second. Okay, so this is Stan. I belong in SVP. This makes sense. Because the other guy looked like he was retired. Yeah, there were a few different Stans. So this appears to be the Stan from SVP. All right, so this person has experience in the industry, lots of different companies, went to Harvard, has a Harvard MBA. So, I mean, yeah, who knows? Maybe, I don't know what his plans would be, but he is the new executive chairman of the Joanne board. Post-bankruptcy, we'll see what he can do. Let's give him a shot. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think of Stan? Does he look promising? Does he look promising? I don't know. So we'll see what can happen. But there's been a lot of shuffling this week, and I was like, what is going on with all of these people coming and going? They got people moving around. They're promoting people. So does anyone have any theories on what they're trying to do or what the goal is with all of this? You know, I don't know. So that's the latest with the Joanne corporate shuffle within the C-suite and the board of directors. So, all right, we're going to go to the comments and see what you think. And also, let's take a look at the poll. All right, so at this point, 91% of you say you would stay an extra 2 months at a job you were planning to quit for the guarantee of $400,000. Really, only 91% of you? All right, to the 9% who said no, why not? I'm just curious. All right, let's take a look at some of the comments here. All right, hello, Debbie. Welcome. Got Somi1 Kenobi. Is that like a Star Wars reference? Something like that. Got Denise G in the house. We've got Bailey. Hello, Bailey. Rebecca. Hello, Rebecca. Lisa. Hi, Sewing Friends. Hello, Sewing Friends. Thank you, Lisa. All right, Vanessa. All right, you're working on some sewing projects today. That's awesome. Simplicity 9467. Hey, that sounds very productive. That's awesome. All right, yeah, Denise, this is what I was thinking. I'm wondering if Scott Sekala maybe got another job that had a lucrative compensation package and offered him a bonus or some sort of sign-on package that made it worthwhile to dump Joanne's. So, I don't know, but this guy, I just wonder Why would you walk away from $400,000? And that's one thing I can think of. The other thing, maybe there's something more we don't know. Not sure. Not sure. Yeah, Vanessa says, I would stay for the 2 months. I would probably stay for the 2 months as well, unless there was something, something else going on behind the scenes, I don't know. So, yeah. All right. But yeah, 9% of you actually said you would not leave, you would not take the $400K. All right, maybe he knows it's a sinking ship. Take his bonus and pay the existing employees more. They should. They should do something, because the cost cutting on a labor standpoint is not working out for Joann's. That's for sure. That is for sure. I think he knows what he's doing. He thinks it is better to bail now because he sees where the company's headed and he wants nothing to do with it. Yeah, maybe he doesn't want his name attached. Yeah, no idea. But that's crazy though. My employer merged with another company. They paid the other companies. Interesting. All right, wow, a sewing person. I know, somebody that actually worked at another sewing-related company and not from, like, some, department store or, Bed Bath & Beyond or something. Seems like a move in the right direction. Yeah, right? Would imagine the goal is to save the sinking ship. Yeah, Joann, they need to figure something out because, yeah, they got to figure something out here. I wonder if some of the people were there simply for the transition and weren't meant to be there long-term, except for the huge-ass bonuses. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, Scott could have gotten the bonus, and he decided to walk away from it. Who does that? Unless you got, like, a really good thing, get some other options, or unless maybe there's something that we don't know. Give me $400. I know, right? I would do a lot for $400,000. Even if I absolutely hated the job and wanted to, like, scream every day, I would... For $400,000, I feel like I could probably stick it out, Yeah, maybe the new job would not be available in 2 months. That could be it. Maybe they're like, hey, you got it. Maybe he asks, maybe if he's going somewhere else, maybe he's like, hey, can you wait for me? And they said no. So he decided to do that instead. I don't know. Maybe the new job. Also, maybe he had a personal situation. That's another thing. Sometimes your personal situation or a family situation trumps money. So it could be something else beyond that. But it is very unusual to me that somebody would give up a bonus of $400,000 that only required another 2 months. So I don't know. But there's a lot of questions I have. I would love to be a fly on the wall at Joann headquarters. That would be really interesting to me because that would be, $400K, guys. $400K. I hope they do something about the coupon system. Niall, I've talked about this before. I think their discounting and coupons and promotions are too confusing for people. Like, people are just confused. Like, they got so many different things going on. You don't know which coupon is going to work with which item. Like, it's just too... Like, it's way too much. They could simplify it. I'm not saying get rid of the discounts or coupons, period, because I do think people still enjoy discounts and sales. I'm just saying I think they need to streamline it. The other thing I was thinking, too, is that when you have such a convoluted system like that, it ends up creating more work for corporate and for the employees because they have to continually switch up the sale prices, switch up the coupons. Instead of, if it was a more simplified process, it would be less work for everybody. All right, I've toughed out worse jobs for a heck of a lot less money. I know, right? Me too. Yeah, all right, too many exclusions. I would agree. It's just, people are, you don't want to make the customer frustrated by thinking they can use a coupon or something's on sale when it's not, or when you find out that they can't use the coupon. I think that's one thing they could do. Again, Joann's people, if you're watching, here's a free focus group of people who are your customers, and they're sharing their feelings right here. So, hey, take the free advice. All you got to do is watch this free live stream, and you can get some feedback, some real-time feedback from customers. Even the staff couldn't follow the coupons. The store staff was helping having to change out the coupons. Exactly. And that just creates more work for everybody. That doesn't make any sense. So often, even they couldn't follow. Yeah. They also need to streamline inventory databases so each store can tell what they have and when they will be getting more stock. Currently, they can't tell. Yeah. I mean, it seems to be kind of a train wreck at the store, a lot of the stores. And I do want to emphasize it's not the employee's fault. They can only do what they can do. They only get so many labor hours per store, and a lot of what's we're seeing at the store level is due to corporate decisions. So if they fix that, it would make the stores better. It would make the employees less stressed out. I mean, there's just a lot of things they could do better. Oh, man. I think the coupons were always meant to be confusing, so you pay more than you intended at the end. I mean, yeah, it could be. Are they playing mind games with us? What's going on over there? I wouldn't be surprised if that was their strategy at all. But I think that's kind of crappy for the customer. I do. I don't think that's cool for customers at all. Yeah, that's just nuts. So let me know what you think in the chat, or if you're watching in the replay. All of these corporate level changes at Joann's, do you think this is going to help at all? Or do you think these are going to stay the same, get worse? What do you think is going to be the end result? I'm curious to see how this all pans out myself, because we really don't know. We don't know. Sorry guys, my hair is all over the place today, and it's sort of like my hair is migrating different places, so that's always a lot of fun. All right, so Niles thinks you will stay the same. I would hope for better, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's just sort of like whatever. Nothing changes, still kind of a mess. I don't know. All right, let's take a look at the poll here. Oh my gosh, guys. All right, 88% of you say you would stay an extra 2 months at a job you are planning to quit for the guarantee of $400,000. 12% of you are now saying no. What's up with that? 12% of you would walk away from $400,000. Why? I just want to know why. Why would you not stay at a job for $400,000? I mean, are you guys that bougie? What is happening? Yeah. All right. It all depends if they change their strategy with the new lead. Yeah. We'll see how that plays out. The humidity is playing heck with my hair. It looks like I stuck my finger in a light socket. Yeah. I'm feeling the frizz today as well, and I didn't really do a lot with it today. So it's kind of frizzy, and it's not really, I don't know, it's sort of doing what it wants to do. So it is what it is. I do feel a little bit more energy. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm a little bit more, energetic today. I don't know. I had 3 cups of coffee. I don't know what's going on. But I don't know. All right. Oh, okay. Interesting perspective. I value my peace of mind over money. Jen, bougie, you funny. Well, okay, you would give up $400,000 for, all right, so 2 months, you have a job that's crappy. Would you stick it out if you were going to get $400,000? Okay. So here's the thing. Even if that 2 months was hell, I could pay out, if I got the $400K, and we'll say it's tax-free, so I'm not, normally if you earn $400,000, you have to pay taxes on it. Let's say the $400 in this hypothetical is tax-free, so you do not have to pay taxes on it. See, here's the thing. That could buy you a lot of peace of mind. I would pay off my house, my mortgage entirely. I would definitely probably get another car and then bank the rest. And I would still have, or after all that, I would still have $200,000 left. Maybe get a nice, maybe get a cool sewing machine. I don't know, upgrade the set. I could do a lot with $400,000. All right, glad you are. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but I'm like, yeah, I don't know. More money, more problems. No, ma'am, I'm out. All right, now, so I guess you are in the 12%. See, here's the thing. I would power through the 2 months. Like, I feel like 2 months I could do. If it was like a year, I feel like anything longer than a year and I would start to be like, I don't know, but I think I could definitely do a year for $400,000. And again, we're assuming let's assume that you didn't have to pay any taxes on it. It was just free and clear. That would really set me up for a while. Like, again, I would be able to, I'd be able to pay off my mortgage completely. I would be able to get a new car. And then I would actually invest the rest of it. So I would be able to put the rest of that in investments. And it would, that would probably put me like 10 years ahead of plan, you know? So, yeah, I don't know. All right, it's probably a trick. Let's say it's not, though. Let's say it's not. I know bonuses are taxed. I'm just saying, let's assume the $400,000 is, let's assume in this hypothetical, let's assume you do not have to pay taxes on it. I know bonuses are taxed, but in this hypothetical, we're going to pretend there's no taxes on the money. All right, Tabitha thinks there's definitely more to the story of him leaving 2 months early. I'm wondering. So I'm going to keep tabs. If I see any updates on Scott Sekula, like if he gets another executive job somewhere else, that would probably be in like some industry publications. But let's see if he's going somewhere else. I'm going to try to investigate it to see why he actually left. I'm very curious about that. There could be more. It could be something else, you know. All right, we're going to end the poll now. All right, we will, because I think we'll probably do another poll in a bit. Thanks everyone for weighing in. $400,000, yeah. $400,000, that's a lot. Again, even if it is taxed, that's still a lot of money. Still a lot of money, you know. That's a lot of money. All right, next up, we're going to be getting into Etsy because they have announced a new program for customers. And I want to get your take to see what everybody here thinks about this program. Etsy is another corporation that's really trying to do like a turnaround thing because their stock is down. The CEO is really trying to figure things out. Their sales have kind of plateaued. They're not making as, you know, it's not gangbusters like it was during the pandemic. So Etsy is another company that really seems to be struggling to sort of find its way right now. So they put out this announcement and I thought, I don't know, I don't really have like a concrete opinion on this, but let's take a look at this. So they are starting a membership program for buyers. So it's called Etsy Insider, and they're going to do like a beta. A beta is sort of like a we're testing this out sort of phase. A new membership program for buyers. Okay, so it says, hi there, my name is Simona, and I'm the VP of Marketing at Etsy. My team works on initiatives that give buyers reasons to come back to Etsy and your shops over and over again. This year, we've been focused on innovative ways to keep Etsy top of mind for buyers to help bring you more sales. One of the ways we're doing this is through Etsy Insider, a new buyer membership program. It's an invite-only closed beta we're rolling out to a select group of buyers in the United States this September. All right, so they're going to be doing this in a couple months. How it works, Etsy Insider is an invite-only closed beta program that we're rolling out to okay, they repeated that. Those buyers will be given the option to purchase an annual or seasonal membership, which will give them access to exclusive benefits. So what are the benefits? Etsy Insiders will get access to benefits like free U.S. domestic shipping, a special birthday bonus, and a limited edition tote bag that we've partnered with an Etsy seller, Carrie Stokes of Calhoun & Co. to design. We'll also be working with select Etsy sellers to offer deals and drops, item discounts, and first access merchandise for Etsy Insiders. If you're interested in working with us to offer these benefits to Etsy Insider members, let us know here. All right, I'm curious. All right, I'm gonna click on that and we'll go to that next. What this means for you. You won't need to make any changes to your workflow or your shipping settings to participate in Etsy Insider. Plus, there's no cost to you. U.S. buyers who join Etsy Insider will be able to use their benefits when purchasing from your shop. Read more on that in the questions and answers section below. All right, what's next? We'll be rolling out the Etsy Insider Beta with a select group of buyers in the U.S. in September. If we decide to expand this program in the future, we'll be sure to let you know. This is just one of many ways we're helping keep Etsy top of mind for buyers so that they can come back to shop again and again. If you have ideas for how to make Etsy Insider better, let us know here. All right, as a seller, do I need to opt in? There is no action required for your shop. Invited buyers will be able to use their benefits when purchasing from your shop after they've joined the program. You mentioned exclusive discounts. Who's covering those? We'll be working with select sellers to offer Etsy Insider deals and item drops. While offering Etsy Insiders deals and first access to items is completely optional, it's a great opportunity for sellers to be highlighted in Etsy Insider marketing, helping drive even more traffic to your shop. If you're interested in working with us, let us know here. All right, should I change my shipping prices? We don't recommend adjusting your shipping prices if you currently offer free shipping on your items. Removing it could deter shoppers from making a purchase. The Etsy Insider Beta will only be available to a select group of targeted U.S. buyers. So the majority of buyers coming to your shop won't have Etsy Insider benefits. Etsy Insiders get free shipping. Do I have to cover the cost? Nope, there's no action required for your shop or cost to you. You can keep your workflow and your shipping settings the same as they are today. Etsy is covering the cost of this benefit to Etsy Insider members. You'll be paid out your full shipping fee, less the transaction fee, and your earnings and fees will appear the same as any other order on your ledger. You'll be able to see shipping was paid by Etsy on the order email, order details page, packing slip, and in messages. This benefit only applies to eligible listings with U.S. domestic shipping. Okay, so yeah. All right, and here is the form that sellers, if you have an Etsy shop, you can fill out if you want to participate in this. So it says, all right, deals. You can offer limited time seller-funded discount on one item from your shop targeted to Etsy Insiders. Wow, discounts should be between 50 to 75% from original retail price, and we'll work with you on a suggested available quantity. Drops. First access for Etsy Insiders to a new item in your shop will work with you to create a new item, which can be a brand new creation or a modification to existing designs in your shop. Modifications could include a new color, added details, different sizes, etc. This is a great opportunity to showcase your amazing listings in a dedicated space on Etsy and in marketing emails to engaged buyers. So it looks like the benefit to sellers, even though they're going to have to eat the cost on the promotion or like the special drops or whatever, it looks like the benefit that Etsy's touting is that you will get like promoted as part of this program. We're looking to work with sellers who have a strong track record of sales and positive reviews. All right. So I do think this is interesting. And to me, it seems like it's like their version of Amazon Prime. So if you're not familiar, Amazon, you can pay like an annual or a monthly fee and you get access to certain benefits, like you get Amazon Prime Video. You also get free, like I don't think it's 2-day shipping anymore, although I don't know if a lot of stuff really isn't 2 days anymore, but you get free shipping on a lot of items. And a lot of people, that caters to very heavy Amazon customers. So this seems to me like their version of Amazon Prime, more suited to people who shop on Etsy all the time. If someone is a one-off and they only shop on Etsy, once or twice a year, that's probably not who they're going for. It looks like they're going for people who shop on Etsy constantly, like more of the heavy Etsy customer, to say, hey, you might have to pay $60 a year or something for this. And it doesn't say how much this costs either. So it looks like they're testing this out to see how receptive it is to customers and to the shop owners. Maybe see what they need to charge, what sort of benefits they need to offer to make it worthwhile. This definitely seems to be another way of generating revenue for Etsy, with under the guise of here are some cool perks and benefits. It's also interesting that they're asking shops to participate, to offer like cool, I also want to know, like, are there a lot of like hot Etsy shops where people would be scrambling to get access, like early access or access to special drops? I don't know. I shop on Etsy occasionally myself. I make a lot of stuff myself, so I have shopped on Etsy quite a bit. I do a lot of I tend to buy a lot of digital products on Etsy, like patterns or like digital stuff. So I don't know, maybe I'll sign up for it if I got access just to see what it's like. If you do shop on Etsy a lot, I can see how that would be beneficial. Although I actually tend to go for shops, like if I'm shopping on Etsy, I tend to go for shops that have free shipping on a certain amount of items. So I'll try to buy enough that the shipping is free or that the cost is pretty minimal. So it does seem like there might be a market for this sort of thing. Will this really help drive more sales on Etsy? I don't know. But that is the new Etsy Insider program details. Again, link is in the description box if you want to read more about it on your own, or if you want to fill out that form to participate if you are a shop owner. Kind of interesting. It looks like they're trying to experiment with different products, like on the corporate side, different things to try to get more customers. So we'll see if it works out. I don't know. All right, let's take a look at some of your comments here. All right, Joelle says WTF. All right, so yeah, I'm not sure how popular this would be or how many people shop on Etsy enough that you would be willing to buy a membership. You'd have to shop on Etsy quite a bit in order to make it worthwhile in terms of the free shipping. In general, retail is struggling all over the place. I think it's fallout from the lockdowns. Yeah, Etsy is not the only platform, retail platform or sales platform that is having a hard time right now. Seems to be an overall indication of the economy and some other factors. All right, so we're going to do another poll. If you guys think this Etsy Insider program is this going to be successful? Okay. All right, let's see here. Do you think the Etsy Insider program will, let's see here, drive significantly more sales on the platform? Okay. All right, and I'm just doing an arbitrary yes, no options here. Okay. All right, so new poll. If you guys want to vote, do you think the Etsy Insider program will drive significantly more sales on the platform? Yes, no. Okay. Because the whole thing, it seems like they're trying to get people not only to sign up for the membership, and they're kind of assuming people won't use it enough where they'll where Etsy will have to eat the cost of a ton of shipping, and they're trying to drive more sales. So we'll see how this goes. I think it's an interesting idea. I don't know if it'll work or not. I'm curious to see if I can sign up for it because I would be interested to see what the perks are. But I don't even know if I shop on Etsy enough for it to be worthwhile for me. I don't know. All right, interesting. The most likely scenario for the departure of the CFO is he was asked to leave and a spin is being put on it to whitewash the revolving door. Yeah, I don't know. And if he was fired without cause, it looks like he would get to keep the bonus. The agreement said if he was fired with cause, terminated with cause, he would not get to keep the bonus. So, yeah, I don't know. All right, all things Sean is in the house. Hello, Sean. All right. I usually only use Etsy for digital products. Yeah, I buy a lot of embroidery patterns, other type of stuff, sewing patterns, digital patterns, that sort of thing. Welcome, Sean. I'm glad to see you here. Hope you're doing all right here. All right. They need to name a membership price, otherwise nobody will commit. Yeah, and I think that's a good point. It depends on how much. If they're charging $29 a year or something, that's very appealing. If they're charging $120 a year, people are going to be like, no. So it really depends. All right, Debbie says, speaking of revenue, Jen, would you want to cover your revenue from the different platforms? And which platform is best for you? I usually watch on YouTube, but the commercials even on live. All right, Debbie, the best platform in terms of monetary aspects for me is YouTube. That being said, I do go through, so if you're watching on the live stream, I believe you only get ads like at the very beginning. I have YouTube automatically place mid-roll ads after the live stream is over. I do go to check because sometimes the system is very wonky and they'll add way too many ads. So after that's done, I usually like to go in there and make sure that there's only like 2 or 3. And also not like when I see how many mid-roll ad breaks there are on YouTube, not all of them are actually ads for the viewer. So I try to make sure it's not super crazy. I appreciate everyone sticking with the ads. I know it's kind of a pain in the butt. That's how we get paid. But yeah, YouTube really is. I know I multi-stream on different platforms. YouTube really is, for me, in terms of money, YouTube is definitely the best as far as how I get paid. But yeah, hopefully the ads aren't too crazy. I really do. I'm very proactive on going and checking the monetization options though afterwards and making sure there's only like 2 or 3 throughout like an entire 2-hour show. So I try to make sure it's not too obnoxious because sometimes their automated system goes a little crazy, but normally there should only be like 2 to 3 max. And that doesn't even mean there would be 2 to 3 max for you. That would just mean there could possibly be, because YouTube, actually not every YouTube view is, like YouTube doesn't put ads on every single YouTube video or view. So it's kind of complicated, but I appreciate that, Debbie, and I thank you for asking. All right, Bailey says, I would do it. Etsy is cool. All right, so you like this idea. Okay. Yeah, I think a lot of us use Etsy for digital stuff because there's a lot of options. Yeah, a lot of options. Okay. Debbie says, I'm thinking about switching which platform to watch you on, but don't want to dip your return. Debbie, here's the thing, though. Watch on whichever platform you want to. Totally cool. Totally cool. The thing is, yeah, Twitch for me has been kind of crappy. I also stream to Rumble, and the payout there is pretty bad. Like, it's horrible. So that one's not great. And that's the thing. I do wish there were more options. YouTube, just for video creators, tends to be the best. So it is what it is, and I get it. Yeah. All right, the red flag code. Okay, so Denise is referring to Scott Sekula, that line about him seeking out other opportunities. Yeah, that is kind of what you would say if it's kind of BS. So I would understand that. Yeah, seeking other opportunities. Wait, you've had 5 ads. All right, that's crazy. I'm sorry about that. I did not know that. Because I kind of thought with the live streams, they were only supposed to put ads on, like, if you're clicking on, but not, like, while people are watching the live stream. Let me check. Okay, I apologize for that. I did not know. Okay, YouTube, and just so you guys know, I don't have really a lot of control over that. And yeah, I would agree with Joel. I actually pay for YouTube Premium to not get the ads either. The creators, so if you do have YouTube Premium, YouTube actually pays, like, if the viewer has YouTube Premium, YouTube actually pays the creator still, even if the person doesn't watch the ads. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I don't have control over, like, what ads they put on. But, okay, yeah, maybe they're going a little crazy with the live streams, but I kind of thought that YouTube really only put the ads on, like, kind of right when you're clicking onto it. They might have an ad or two, but then from then on, there's no ads. Okay. Good to know. Okay. So I've been getting ads throughout the live stream. Okay, that's a little crazy. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, and I can't really change. I don't think I can really change it. Well, here's the thing. If I turn it off, I don't get paid at all. So that kind of sucks. Let me see here. So that's the thing. Like, if I turn off the ads altogether, I make no money from the show. So that kind of stinks. Okay. Good to know. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't control it. And if I turn off, like, I don't think I can change the frequency for the live stream, but if I turn it off, I make 0 money from the stream. So I will say this. I wish, okay, yeah, I have YouTube Premium as well, so I don't see any ads on YouTube. I do wish YouTube had a feature. I think I'm going to suggest this. I might, like, throw them a suggestion. I think if you have a YouTube membership to that channel, I think you should be able to watch that channel ad-free for that one. I think that would be a great perk for members. And that only costs like, it's usually like $2.99 or like $5 a month, like $4.99 a month. I think that should be a perk for YouTube channel members, paid YouTube channel members. I think that'd be a great idea. If, you know, and again, it would only be like $2 or $5 a month versus like YouTube Premium is like I think per channel, I think it's like $15 a month. So yeah, if you really hate ads on YouTube, you can do YouTube Premium. And let me check out the cost here. Hold on a second. YouTube Premium cost. Okay, so, YouTube Premium is, all right, so here's the thing. If you subscribe to YouTube Premium on a real computer, it's about $14 per month. But if you do it like on a phone, like if you do it through the Apple Store, Apple charges all of the apps like a fee. So if you do it through the Apple app, it's $19 a month. So yeah, if you do want to subscribe to YouTube Premium, it's actually not ridiculously expensive. So if you do, but you have to do it on a computer to get the $13.99 per month price. You will get no ads on YouTube ever. So if you hate YouTube ads, and I will say this, for a long time, I was like, I'll never get YouTube Premium. It's like, whatever. I got YouTube Premium and I would never go back because I never see a YouTube ad ever. And also YouTube is blocking users who use ad blockers. So some people, there's like these ad blocker plugin things, and YouTube is now blocking people who use those. And actually, I kind of get it because, like, again, for me as a creator, if someone uses an ad block to watch my videos, it actually, like, kind of steals ad revenue from me for providing free videos. So I know there's a lot of people like F YouTube, F content creators, but it is kind of shitty when people have that attitude, because when people are like me are putting out YouTube videos for free for everyone, we're doing it because YouTube pays us. And when people use ad blockers, that actually takes away money, it does take away some money from YouTube, the corporation, but it takes away a lot of money from content creators like myself. And that especially hurts smaller content creators the most, who might not have a lot of other revenue streams. Like they might not have sponsors or like, you know, affiliate deals or other types of things. So I don't like, and I've seen a lot of people with that attitude, like, you know, F the YouTubers, I'm going to use an ad blocker, screw everybody else. And I do feel like that person, those people, you know, don't really understand the YouTube creator economy. Because when people use an ad blocker to watch free YouTube videos, that actually hurts like the small little creators the most, because they often are relying mostly on YouTube AdSense, and they don't have all of these other revenue sources like a lot of the bigger people do. So like a lot of the bigger, like the big channels, they've got a lot of other stuff going on. They sell their own products. They've got all kinds of affiliate deals going on. They've got sponsorships. And they don't rely as much on YouTube ad money, but the smaller content creators do. So that's kind of my opinion on that whole ad blocker situation. I apologize that YouTube's kind of gone crazy on the ads. Again, please understand, I do not have control over that. If you are watching on the replay, I can at least see how many ad breaks YouTube does have within the stream. And I actually can delete, like, if they've got like way too many, I delete them. Because sometimes I'll look and they'll put like 20 on them. And I'll delete them so that there's only two or three. And I will also space them out so that it's like one every half an hour. And even then, those viewers might not actually get an ad every half an hour. Those are just potential ad breaks that YouTube could monetize, but they actually don't. They don't monetize every view. So there's a lot with that going on. Okay, yeah, Sean, thank you for this. Okay, thank you. Okay, yeah, agree with Tabitha. I want you to have revenue. Thank you. I appreciate that, Debbie. I grew up in the 80s. I'm okay with commercials. All right, thank you, Sean. Yeah, Sean is a fellow content creator. Yeah. Watching the ads helps the creators make income while bringing you good content, but I also have YouTube Premium, and I love it. Okay, so Sean is another... Yeah, if you guys don't want to watch the ads, I would, like, honestly, you will save... Like, I've noticed I've saved a lot of time by not having to sit through ads myself. So if you want to save time and that also your YouTube Premium does compensate those content creators. Get YouTube Premium. You can pay $14 a month and never see any ads on YouTube ever. So that is kind of nice. I also think you get some free movies or something too. So there are some perks, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I would agree. YouTube Premium is an investment in your mental health. And I was a naysayer for a long time. I was like, I don't think I'll ever do that. But especially since I had multiple channels, I was like, well, then I would have to like switch, which channel I was watching on. But what I did was I got like the family plan. So I pay like $24 a month and we get it on 5 different YouTube accounts. So my husband's got it on his, I've got it on all of mine. And it was like I think it's like $25 a month. I do think it saves me a lot of time. And also that money still goes to the content creator. So that's good to know. All right, Jenny is getting inky with it. I just got a side screen ad, not a stream. Interrupting ad a couple times. You can click the X to close it for the vid to be full screen again. All right, yeah, YouTube seems to be kind of going nuts with the ads there. All right, interesting. Yeah, okay, this is good. I think this is what I'm paying too. I'm paying $22 and I think I'm paying like $1 more and I get 5 accounts. So they might have, I wonder if they changed the pricing tiers. Paying $22.99 for 3 device sharing. Okay, good to know, Lisa. Yeah. Good to know. All right. All right, yeah, you've got the family plan. I hate ads, but YouTube, yeah. And yeah, just understand that, yeah, you watching the ads pays all of the content creators you like. And again, these people, a lot of YouTube channels don't make a lot of money, especially not from the YouTube ad money. The YouTube AdSense does not pay a ton. Like, it really doesn't unless you're huge. So especially if you like watching and supporting the smaller channels, just know that, again, I know sitting through the ads is kind of tough, but, but like, yeah, and again, the ad blocking people, those people suck because not only are they saying F you to content creators, but it's almost like they're stealing from them because they're getting that free content and they're, so I actually think YouTube blocking the ad blocking stuff is fine. I don't have a problem with that. Yeah, it's like that's the thing. You could get the YouTube Premium and then you don't have to sit through any ads at all. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm sorry it's going a little crazy. But the thing is, if I turn ads off, like I turn it off completely and I don't even make, like per stream, I'm not joking. It depends on how many people watch. I normally maybe make like $20 to $30 per stream. Just from like this stream. And again, that doesn't count like super chats or super stickers or anything, but just on like the ad money per show, I might make $20 to $30 for like a 2-hour live stream. $20, $30 for real. So, all right. Yeah. I'm fine with the ads. Yeah. I really hope those 20-minute ads are skippable, right? Let's hope because I'm okay. And I also think that the skippable ad should be like, you should be able to skip it after like 10 seconds or something. And I also think YouTube needs to vet their advertisers more because I've seen some real weird ads myself before I had premium. I also think they shouldn't I think they need to limit how long your ad can be. I don't think an ad should be longer than 1 minute, period. I think that should be the max length for an ad on YouTube. I don't think that you should, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. It's political season, so we're going to see a bunch of we're going to see a lot of political ads. So, yeah, just know, guys, I have no control over the ad situation other than turning them on or off. On the live stream. Now, on the replay, I have a little bit more control over how many ad breaks there are. And I will go through and I will make sure that there is not more than 3 total, so hopefully that's cool. I apologize in advance, but just know, again, you watching the ads does help support the show. I greatly appreciate everyone who watches and comments and participates. We all have a lot of fun here. All right, guys. Thank you for letting me. I didn't realize that YouTube had gone so bonkers with the live stream ads. I thought there was only one. I thought they only put like 1 or 2 ads right when you're clicking onto it. I didn't realize there were all these mid stream things. Okay. Oh, here we go. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, so it says the ads during a live stream doesn't cause you to miss the content. It pauses it, so you will be a few seconds behind the live. Okay, this is, and I actually have done this too, and this is a good hack. I will put it on 2x speed to catch up. I've been watching a lot of videos on like 1.25 or 1.5x speed, and that actually really helps you to consume more content. Also, sometimes, if you've noticed, some YouTubers don't talk very fast, and you're kind of like, oh. So if you want, if you want it to be a little bit more lively, you could actually change the setting to watch it on like 1.25 or 1.5x speed. And that does help. That's actually a good tip, Jenny. Thank you. Thank you for that. That's really good to know. That's good to know. All right, let's take a look at the poll and see where everybody's at so far. Okay, so far I asked, do you think the Etsy Insider program will drive significantly more sales on the platform? 8% of you so far say yes. 92% say no. So 92% of you do not feel like this Etsy Insider program will really help with significantly more sales. Interesting. Okay, you guys still have time to vote if you have not voted. 39% of you have voted. All right, so it seems like there's not a lot of confidence so far in this Etsy Insider program. Yeah, I want to know, like, if it's not that expensive, I would probably see about signing up. But it would really depend on how much it costs. And yeah, like, a lot of stuff I buy is digital, so there's no shipping. So there's really no, like, cost. So I don't, yeah. Or I'm buying from a shop that offers free shipping over $35, like myself. Or, I don't know. I also want to know how many people would really get excited about the possibility of, like, getting early access to stuff or special drops. Like, are there really that many Etsy shops that are, like, super hot? I'm sure there are. I just maybe don't know about them. So, I don't know. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I'm with you, Tabitha. I never watch replay videos on normal speed. There are very few. If it's a person talking, I've been watching them on like 1.25 usually. It depends on what it is. So if it's a tutorial, I might watch it on regular speed just because so I don't get lost. But yeah, it kind of depends on what it is. I'm tired of the ads that claim you can... What the heck? Okay, I don't even know what that is. That is insane. I watch everything on 2x and wish YouTube would put the option for 2.5 and higher. Hey, that's good to know. Do you guys think I talk fast or like regular speed? I feel like I can talk fast sometimes. Sometimes I talk slow. It really depends. Yeah. I'm glad to get your feedback on what you guys think about the streams, though. Except live streams, of course. I have the attention span for long content, but not enough time in a day to cover everything I want to know. Hey, that's good to know. That is good to know. All right, yeah. The poop. I've never seen those ads. And again, I have YouTube Premium. So I haven't seen a YouTube ad in like I've had YouTube Premium for about 6 months now. And I will say it's worth every penny, especially if you watch a lot of YouTube. For me as a content creator, it's definitely worth it not to have ads, for sure. Yeah. All right, so Tabitha says it depends 100% on what it costs. You're referring to the Etsy Insider program. I'm excited to see what they charge. Yeah, if it's like $30 a year or something pretty reasonable, I think they could probably get a lot of people to sign up. If it's over $100, I think they're gonna have a hard time getting takers on that. And it also depends on how often you really order stuff from Etsy. And for me, it's not that often. It's not that often. All right, me either, Tabitha. I watch everything at 2x. I seldom watch live because I don't have the time to watch normal speed. Okay. They should offer a discount on digital. You know, that would actually be pretty cool. If they offered like a slight discount on digital stuff, that would actually be pretty cool. Okay, good to know. You talk at a comfortable speed. I feel like I'm like kind of in the middle. I'm not, like, I don't talk, like, I can talk fast. Guys, I can talk really fast if I really want to, but I'm not going to because, but I can't, and it depends if I'm if I have something prepared and I'm talking, I can talk way faster. If I'm reading a script or if I had a teleprompter, I can be like a real motor mouth. But if I'm thinking, like if I'm kind of thinking through something, I feel like that's when I talk really slow. And that's also when I throw in a lot of my crutch words that I know annoy people, like, or, you know, those are my two. So it really depends on the situation, whether I talk fast or slow. Again, if I'm reading a press all right, let me go back to this insider beta thing. Let me see if I can talk really fast. Yeah, I would agree with this. My speed tends to not be very consistent, depending on, like, if I'm reading something, I talk really fast. Again, if I'm, like, thinking about something, I talk super slow, and I've noticed there's, like, a lot of pauses. And I have noticed on the main channel, when things are more tightly edited, I edit a ton of stuff out. But because it's a live stream, it's live. And then when I'm cutting the clips, I don't do a ton of heavy editing because, like, it's just not worth the time to do. Like, the return on investment for heavily editing those segments are just not there. But let me see if I can. All right, let me bring up the Etsy. All right, I'll show you how fast I can really talk if I want to. All right, this is just hi there, my name is Simona and I'm a VP of Marketing at Etsy. My team works on initiatives that give buyers reasons to come back to Etsy and your shops over and over again. This year we've been focused on innovative ways to keep Etsy top of mind for buyers to help you bring more sales. One of the ways we're doing this is through Etsy Insider, a new buyer membership program. It's an invite-only closed beta we're rolling out to a select group of buyers in the United States this September. Read on to learn more about Etsy Insider. How it works: Etsy Insider is an invite-only closed beta program that we're rolling out to a select group of buyers in the United States this September. Those buyers will be given the option to purchase an annual or seasonal membership, which will give them access to exclusive benefits. Etsy Insider benefits. Etsy Insiders will get access to benefits like free US domestic shipping, a special birthday bonus, and a limited edition tote bag that we partnered with an Etsy seller, Carrie Strokes of Etsy shop Calhoun & Co. to design. We'll also be working with select Etsy sellers to offer deals and drops, item discounts, and first access membership for Etsy Insiders. If you're interested in working with us to offer those benefits to Etsy Insider members, let us know here. All right, all right, so that's me. If I'm reading something, I can talk a lot faster. But if I'm conversational, I don't talk very fast. So it really depends. We're just having fun here, guys. We're just having fun. All right. All right. You vary your speed throughout, which I appreciate. It's more and that's the thing. Like, this is like we're just chatting, we're catching up, and it's on the fly. So I'm not able to talk really fast unless it's like a prepared thing. You know what I'm saying here? Okay. Okay. You speak at a good rate. I've noticed I start drifting. I agree with this. If someone starts too slow or like monotone, I'll put that person on if I'm going to sleep, and I'll fall asleep to that thing. All right, that's good. I love that you can speak at 2x while live. Okay, so that was me if I'm like cracked out or something. I don't know. Yeah, and the only drug I do is coffee, so that's really, caffeine, so that's really my only thing. You could read, all right, let's get some all right, let's do that. Okay, should we do that? Let's see, example of a pharmaceutical drug side effect. All right, we'll take a look here. All right, we're going kind of off the rails here, but that's okay. All right, we'll do the side effects for, let's see here. I'll do like, let's see, antibiotics. Okay. Okay, there's a fun one. All right, we'll go to, all right, no, that one's not good. All right, let's go to, I'll do side effects of Claritin. Let's do Claritin, the allergy stuff. Okay. Or Loratadine. Okay, I think I've taken that one. Let's see here. Actually, let me get an easier to pronounce one. Let's see, effects. Let's do Allegra. I do take Allegra for allergies. Because this one's easier to, okay. Does Allegra have a website or something? All right. Maybe I could get a side gig doing voiceover work for Big Pharma. What do you guys think? Could that be my new career? All right, let me see if I can find. All right, I'm trying to find like the fine print on. All right, there's got to be something here. Okay, here's the warnings. Okay. All right, there's really not a lot of good information here. Let's see, your terms and conditions. Okay, I don't know what that is. All right, well, I don't know if I can find a good one here. I was trying to find the fine print for Allegra. It's weird though. I can't. Shouldn't they have this on the? You'd think they should be able to have this on the website, right? I don't know. All right, let's bring this up here. Okay, Allegra D. And guys, I remember. I'm so old that a lot of prescriptions that were new 20 years ago are now like off-label. Because I remember when Allegra was like ridiculously expensive, and now it's, you know, $10 for a pack of like 300 or something. Get a $4 coupon. I'm just trying to find like the warnings. Like that's way too small to read. Okay, here's a good one. Okay, so these are the warnings. We'll go over the warnings here. Okay. Are you trying to look up Adderall? I've never taken Adderall or anything like that. I don't even know. The expectation. Okay, I'm glad you realize this, Bailey. We're going here. We're going here. All right, let's read the side effects for Allegra. If you've ever had an allergic reaction to this product or any of its ingredients, if you are now taking a prescription monoamine oxidase inhibitor or certain drugs for depression, psychiatric or emotional conditions, or Parkinson's disease, or for 2 weeks after stopping the MAOI drug, if you do not know if your prescription drug contains an MAOI, ask a doctor or pharmacist before taking this product. If you have difficulty swallowing, ask a doctor before use. If you have heart disease, thyroid disease, glaucoma, high blood pressure, diabetes, trouble urinating due to an enlarged prostate gland, kidney disease, your doctor should determine if you need a different dose. When using this product, do not take more than directed. Do not take at the same time as aluminum or magnesium antacids. Do not take with fruit juices. See directions. The tablet coating may be seen in the stool. This is normal. Continue to take as directed. See directions. Stop and ask a doctor if an allergic reaction to this product occurs. Seek medical help right away. Symptoms do not improve within 7 days or are accompanied by fever. You get nervous, dizzy, or sleepiness. If pregnant or breastfeeding, ask help. So that's the thing. Like, you have to be able to talk fast and also like not screw up. Sometimes it's easier than others. Okay. Yeah, Allegra used to be insanely expensive, and now it's like, it's crazy that it's so cheap. And other drugs that, again, when they first came out, I remember getting a prescription for Claritin, I think, back in the day. And it was very expensive. And now Claritin is like cheap, like it's super cheap. There's also all these generic versions. You can get by the way, if you're on allergy medication, like over-the-counter stuff, shop on Amazon, because Amazon always has a like generic version, and it's always way cheaper for way more pills. So I take one that's like Zyrtec. I've tried Zyrtec, Allegra, and Claritin. And if you get the generic version from Amazon, you can get like 360 pills for like $20. So if you are on a lot of these over-the-counter medications, and you typically get it from the drugstore or whatever, the pharmacy, look on Amazon, because you might be able to save some money by getting whatever the Amazon generic brand is. Because I was like, holy cow, I was buying this stuff, and it's so much cheaper if you just go on Amazon and get the generic brand, and you get more for the money. So if you are looking for that kind of stuff, check out Amazon. I thought you were talking. I am on a lot of caffeine. I'm going to be real. But I'm kind of very energetic naturally. Yeah, and I don't drink. I no longer drink alcohol either. So not that I was ever a big drinker to begin with, but I don't drink alcohol. I don't smoke, and I don't do any sort of other illicit activities either. So the only drug I consume is caffeine, and like obviously like the allergy stuff. I also take a bunch of supplements. I take a lot of supplements. So I take mushroom extract supplements. I take one called like Histoblock now because my allergies have been crazy. I take some for like, I take one called like Harmonious, and that kind of helps with like mood stability. So I take a lot of like over-the-counter supplements, allergy medication, and lots of coffee. So that's kind of how I roll. I hope we had fun. Yeah, okay. You're really okay. I'm glad somebody enjoyed that and you're not all turned off by that. Some of you have. I see a few people have left. That's okay. That's fine. I'm also YouTube Premium. I've not watched ads in over 3 years. It is so worth it. It also still pays as creator. I totally agree with you. If you guys do not want to watch ads and you still want to make sure you're supporting content creators, YouTube Premium, the creators will still get paid and you don't have to watch ads. The $14 a month, I was like, it'll be so worth it to you not to have to watch the ads, especially because YouTube is going a little crazy with the ads. You don't want to watch the political ads. Believe me, I don't. Nobody. Also, I live in Florida, so the amount of political ads we get is insane. And the sad thing is, like, I would get all these mailer ads, and I just throw them away. So I feel like all these politicians are wasting their money on printing out. It's also super wasteful. They all send all of these like mail flyers out. Everybody throws them away. I don't think they're effective. I really can't imagine any of those mailers do anything or move the needle in any way. And these people are probably spending millions of dollars on that or hundreds of thousands of dollars. And it does nothing. So I don't understand I don't understand all of that stuff. Yeah, Allegra used to be ridiculously expensive. Okay, thank you, Tabitha. All right, I'm glad we still have about 60 people here and that haven't been scared away yet. Okay, thank you. Are you ready for the hurricane? So I guess we have like a tropical storm warning or something. But it's been raining all day. Has it made landfall? I don't even know. Like, I know people outside of Florida think it's like a really big deal, but to people who live here, we just don't care usually. Unless it's really bad, like a category 5 or something. But this one, I don't think anyone was really noticing. When is it making land? Okay, early Monday? I don't even know. I haven't even really been keeping up with it, to be frank with you. But the weird thing is, I know that the National Hurricane Service or whatever, they like go through a list of names for storms. There was a tropical storm Debbie about 12 years ago with the same name. I was like, I didn't realize they could reuse the names, so they can reuse those. Because there was a tropical storm Debbie in like 2012. And that one was actually kind of bad. Debbie, what was it, 2012, I think? Okay, yeah, everyone's wondering, like, why didn't they retire that name? Because I thought... Okay, so it says, yeah. That's kind of interesting. Because I was wondering why they were reusing the same name instead of, like, going with something different. But it does say, why Tropical Storm Debbie wasn't retired after it impacted Florida the last time. Yeah, and there was a lot of flooding in our area in 2012. But yeah, okay, so if any of the storms are particularly destructive and deadly, they retire the names from being used again. Okay, yeah, because I was like, we had the same storm in 2012. Despite occurrences of cyclones named Debbie every 6 years, none of the events have been considered significant enough by the World Meteorological Organization to meet the threshold of retirement. Okay. So yeah, we had the same... Because Debbie did cause a lot of damage. And I was actually working in news at the time. So what happened with Debbie was the storm wasn't particularly strong, but the storm stayed in the Tampa Bay area for days, and it just caused a massive amount of rain and flooding. So while that storm wasn't particularly terrible in terms of intensity, the flooding damage Debbie caused was immense in my area. We happened to get really lucky, but at the time we lived on this little island. I know it's not nearly as bougie as it sounds. The house was under $50,000, but there was a bridge to get to our house, and the bridge was washed out, so I actually couldn't get home. but there was actually no damage. Our house was actually like above sea level. So weirdly, it wasn't flooded at all, and I was like really surprised. So we did have a Debbie in 2012. Yeah, I don't even know, when is this thing making landfall? I'm not even sure. It's just been raining a lot today. All right, let's take a look, because I'm curious to see when is this thing actually making land? I honestly don't even know. All right, what's this little video here? This is gonna.
I think one of the most impressive.
Okay. We're not gonna watch this ads. All right, let me go to a different website. We're gonna go to let's go to Bay News 9. I actually used to work here. We're gonna go to Bay News 9. We'll go to baynews9.com and see what's going on with the weather. Cause I'm curious to see when this. Okay, so this is the forecast track. Okay, so it's Monday. Oh, okay, and it's hitting very north of us, so not really in. Okay. And it might be like a Category 1 hurricane? Okay. Maybe? Okay, so it's going past us. So it's here now. And then tomorrow it's supposed to make landfall. I thought it was supposed to make landfall a little bit south. But that's the thing with these storms, is that they change paths a lot. So it really depends. But I'm totally fine. We might lose power. It's going to rain a lot, which is good, because my lawn really needs it. So I'm okay with rain. It's been kind of crazy. All right, let's see here. So yes, we are. I'm totally fine with with Debbie. Yes, this is the speed I hear on those commercials. You need to send. Should I I don't even know how you get those types of jobs. Should I go on Fiverr and like advertise myself as you know, as like a voiceover female talent or something? I don't think I would really make that much money though. Like they would give me like $5 or something. It'd be pretty bad. Okay. Let's see what everyone's saying here. Okay, yeah, and yeah, like I think they lose like whatever the IP is, or I think they also can have a was it a patent on the drugs or something? And then it like it expires after a few years. Thank you, Lisa. You could be an auction. Actually, my stepdad was an engineer, was an auctioneer. I am not, though. Were you on debate? I was not really. By the way, I would be terrible on the debate team. I'm not good with debating. I'm terrible. So yeah, I'm not good at it at all. I'm glad somebody enjoyed this. I'm glad. Yeah, coffee's really my main drink of choice. Okay, thank you, Tabitha. I stuck with you straight through dinner because I've been having so much fun. I feel like there's some new people tonight in the chat. So thank you to everyone who's new. This is fun. We're having fun. Sometimes we can get a little off topic, but I try to do that towards the end. So at least we cover like the real topics at the beginning. So I'm glad you enjoyed this. My crazy rants and stuff. All right, it flooded in Naples and Fort Myers pretty bad today. Yeah, and that's the thing with these storms, is that depending, like the thing with Debbie from 2012 is that it was such a slow moving storm. It dumped a massive amount of rain on our area. The flooding was terrible, and there were some homes that were destroyed or damaged, and the flooding was kind of crazy back in the day. And I was working, yeah, that's the thing. If I was working in news in Tampa, it would be like balls to the wall crazy right now. There was always a tropical storm coming in or a tornado. Yep, I lived in Florida for 2 years. I remember the hurricane parties. Yeah, we don't usually get too freaked out about that. Actually, my husband says he saw a tornado the other day. I don't know if he was for real. He says he saw a tornado in like the distance as he was driving. So I guess they can happen here too. Also, there are sinkholes in Florida, so you do need to watch out about those. All right, yeah, I gotta eat soon. I'm gonna eat pretty soon too. So I'll be washing the inn. Very cool. By the way, is anyone watching House of the Dragon? I have not watched any of season 2. I think I'm gonna wait until this. Okay, I think we just said like a power surge or something. I think I'm gonna wait until the season's mostly done, but I have not watched House of the Dragon even a little bit this year. All right, you get earthquakes and wildfires. All right. And that's the thing. Most areas of the country have something weather-wise they have to worry about. I'm from Buffalo, just massive amounts of snow, crazy times. Here it's, flooding and hurricanes. California, the whole state seems to be on fire a lot. That's always kind of insane. Yeah, everyone thinks we have earthquakes all the time and will fall. Lisa, I do remember working in news. There were what was this, like 2016 to 2017? There were just always wildfires everywhere. And that was pretty crazy. All right, I'm glad you finished having dinner. All right, yeah, I gotta eat soon too. I have some leftover pasta. All right, yes, welcome. I've noticed you seem to be new. I feel like you've left a comment somewhere. I feel like I've seen a comment from you somewhere. All right, we got Tabitha in the house, normally the replay crew. Thank you for joining, Tabitha. And we've got Bailey in the house. We got Bunny Hop Hobbies. You seem to be kind of new as well. So we do have some new people, and this is fun. Yeah, this is sort of turning. That's fine. I think as long as everybody's cool with it, we can kind of talk about whatever. And then I'll cut the clips later for people who just want to see the information. If people just want to watch that particular segment, I try not to make them, if you don't want to sit through a live stream, I get it. That's not for everybody. All right, so Denise, I have one episode left for Outdaughtered. I'm excited. I'm probably gonna watch it while I eat dinner. The only episode I have left to watch is season 10, episode 8, when the Busbys go to Disney World, and I'm jazzed. So I'm gonna watch the Disney episode tonight, and then I will be done with Outdaughtered. I managed to finish almost all of it. And yeah, I'm gonna watch the Disney episode. I think it'll be fun. The Busby family goes to Disney. If you're not familiar, Outdaughtered is available if you have like TLC, like cable, or if you have a Max subscription. You can watch all 10 seasons. And it's about this family with quintuplet daughters. So that's why it's called Outdaughtered. There's one guy who's the dad, and he lives with 7 females, which must be pretty interesting. It's got to be pretty interesting. So, all right, guys, I'm probably going to sign off pretty soon and make my own dinner. I hope everyone had fun tonight. If you're watching on the replay, let me know what you think. And I'll be cutting up some segment clips on Joanne's and the Etsy Insider program, so that'll be coming soon. If you would like to support the show, you can leave a super chat, you can leave a super sticker, a super thanks. You can also shop at sewingreport.etsy.com. That helps. I also have a bunch of affiliate partner links in the description box. You can shop those. That also helps me out as well. But we've had a lot of fun tonight. This has been a fun show, and I feel a lot more energetic than I have been. The fires have been crazy the last 10 years or so. I feel you, Lisa. Homeowner insurance companies are bailing out of the state because of losses. We've been going through a lot of the same things because of roof fraud and litigation. So our homeowners insurance has gotten super crazy as well. All right, guys, I'm going to play you out with some music, and I will play the comments. And I'll see you again here next week, same time, same place, Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm Jen with Sewing Report Live. We always have fun here, and we cover the latest in the sewing world. I will see you all next week, and have a great week ahead. I'm going to be here getting rained on and eating some leftover pasta. We're going to have fun, and I'll see you all next week. All right, bye, guys.